their hardships or their, the things that they got going on, there would be issues, and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Maybe that's not y'all know, but the one besides Keith that I always talk about, and every time I see him, I tell him thank you. Because it wasn't like we was enemies, or we didn't hang out together. Was 50 Cent.
The drama exploded when 50 Cent jumped on Instagram, sending a clear warning to boxing champ Claressa Shields to stay far away from Remy Ma's family drama. He told her to keep it online and avoid taking things to the streets. In true 50 Cent fashion, he even threw shade, joking that Remy might bring out the Block G, referencing her infamous 2007 case that led to her prison sentence. But Remy wasn't amused. She clapped back hard, allegedly leaking text messages between Papoose and Claressa Shields, instantly turning a simple warning into a full-blown public meltdown. Caught in the crossfire was Papoose, whose confusing social media posts only fanned the flames. One minute he played peacemaker, the next he was dropping cryptic messages that left fans scratching their heads. Things got messier when Remy shared more screenshots, showing Claressa accusing Papoose of taking sides and ignoring Remy's pain. While Papoose tried to calm things down on his Instagram story, Remy doubled down, accusing Claressa and her team of spreading lies to boost Papoose's image while tearing hers apart.
Papoose and Claressa Shields. Like, I woke up this morning and I saw that Remy Ma and Claressa Shields are going back and forth on Instagram. And then, I guess Remy Ma caught Papoose.
She also claimed Claressa begged Papoose privately to end the drama, but he stayed silent. The tension hit a boiling point when Remy revealed Papoose had sworn he'd never be with Claressa, then mocked Claressa's looks online. Claressa hit back, questioning why Remy kept tagging her and exposing that Papoose already had a girlfriend, all while calling out Remy's hypocrisy about loyalty. Remy responded by declaring she's always been a one-man woman and threw shade right back, saying Papoose thought he was the prize and never gave gifts anyway. She even dragged Claressa's boyfriend into it, saying he was mad because Claressa looked too happy, referencing Claressa's old post where she admitted feeling stupid. After days of chaos, Papoose finally broke his silence.
I know it really gets on my nerves that grinds my gears to be grinding so bad. Is that when y'all think I get it, listen to me. I do not.
Frustrated, he admitted he had tried to finalize a divorce multiple times, accusing Remy of lying and saying her anger came from him finally moving on. Then things turned darker. Remy accused Papoose of physical assault, threatening to release audio evidence, and claimed he once said he'd call the police on her. She also accused him of cheating and keeping their separation quiet for months. In response, Papoose went public with his own accusations. During a rap battle event hosted by Remy, he called her out, saying she spent Christmas 2023 with battle rapper Eazy the Block Captain while he stayed home with their child. He branded her a narcissist, denied her claims, and even alleged she wanted him to lie about punching Eazy during a previous event. The feud has left fans stunned, especially since Papoose stood by Remy through her prison sentence, raising their child, visiting her consistently, and proving his loyalty. Now, with everything unraveling on social media, the heartbreak, betrayal, and bitterness are on full display for the world to see. After Remy Ma's release from prison, it looked like she and Papoose were ready to reclaim the love story that once inspired millions. Fans praised Papoose for his unwavering devotion, standing by her side throughout her 6-year sentence, helping her rebuild her career, and showing the world what true commitment looked like. Their relationship became a cultural symbol of loyalty, resilience, and black love at its finest. But behind the smiles and public appearances, cracks began to form. Whispers started circulating that Remy had grown closer to battle rapper Eazy the Block Captain, a rumor that reportedly devastated Papoose. Then came reports that Papoose himself had been spotted spending Christmas with a younger woman, suggesting that their fairy tale romance might have finally reached its breaking point. Remy's heartbreak was evident. Everything they had fought for, their family, music legacy, and years of shared struggle, seemed to crumble in real time. The same story that once represented hope now became a lesson in pain and mistrust. In a moment of bitterness, Remy warned others not to trust too easily, hinting that loyalty doesn't always guarantee love in return. Instead of escalating, things got even messier when Claressa Shields jumped into the chaos. The boxing champion took direct shots at Remy through a series of fiery posts, even challenging her to a face-to-face confrontation. Claressa cleverly used the attention to promote her upcoming February 2025 fight in Flint, Michigan, and her Christmas Day movie, taunting fans with, "Come get a whooping." Her bold moves injected a wild, unpredictable energy into an already volatile feud, with Papoose standing silently at the center, watching it all unfold. Speculation grew that Papoose was letting the drama play out deliberately, perhaps to close the chapter on Remy for good. Some fans believed he had grown tired of protecting her image and was finally ready to speak his truth, especially after receiving waves of public support following his recent online confessions. Remy's turbulent history only deepened the drama. Her life took a drastic turn in 2007 after a violent altercation outside a Manhattan nightclub involving $33,000. Convicted of illegal weapon possession and attempted assault in 2008, she was sentenced to 8 years in prison, though she has always maintained it was an accident and questioned whether justice was ever truly served. Following her 2014 release from Bedford Hills Correctional Facility, Remy came back to hip-hop with renewed hunger and purpose. She often reflected on how prison shaped her, admitting that much of her career had been spent behind bars rather than on stage. But her challenges didn't stop there. In 2019 she was charged with misdemeanor assault after allegedly attacking singer Brittany Taylor at a benefit concert, though she again claimed innocence. Then, as if the situation needed more fuel, 50 Cent waded in, mixing humor with harsh reminders of Remy's past. While some saw his comments as playful trolling, others criticized him for reopening old wounds, further amplifying the emotional toll surrounding Remy's downfall. Meanwhile, Claressa continued her relentless jabs, and Papoose began dropping bombshell revelations of his own. Rumors swirled that Remy might be pregnant and struggling to cope with Papoose's relationship with a younger woman. Insiders suggested she was becoming obsessed with the situation, unable to accept the reality of losing both her husband and the image of the perfect love story they once represented. What unfolds now is the heartbreaking disintegration of what was once viewed as hip-hop's most loyal union. Remy and Papoose's story, once a celebration of endurance and devotion, has turned into a modern cautionary tale about love, trust, and betrayal in the public eye. Fans watch in disbelief as a partnership that survived incarceration, fame, and public pressure begins to collapse under the weight of broken promises and hurt feelings. What once stood as proof that true love could outlast anything now serves as a reminder that even the strongest bonds can fall apart when pride, pain, and ego take control. Papoose's unshakable devotion became legendary long before social media made it a trend. When Remy Ma was sentenced to prison in 2008 after a shooting incident, most people expected him to move on. Instead, he proved what real loyalty looked like. In one unforgettable act of love, Papoose allegedly tried to sneak into the prison using a skeleton key just to see her, risking his own freedom in the process. When caught, he was banned from visiting for 6 months, but that didn't stop him. The moment the restriction was lifted, he returned without hesitation, proving that his love wasn't just talk, it was action. Even while separated by prison walls, their connection never faded. In a bold display of commitment, Papoose proposed to Remy behind bars in 2008, and they went on to marry during her incarceration, a symbol of love strong enough to defy distance and circumstance. For 6 years, while Remy served time, Papoose stayed loyal. Despite living in an industry known for temptation and scandal, there were no cheating rumors, no side stories, no scandals. When Remy finally walked free, it was Papoose waiting at the gate, ready to help her rebuild her life. Their love story only deepened when they welcomed their daughter in 2018, blending their families and showing fans that hip-hop relationships could be solid, supportive, and real. They weren't just a couple, they were a brand of love and loyalty that many looked up to. But over time, the fairy tale began to fade. Fans first sensed trouble when Remy stayed silent on Father's Day, breaking from her usual heartfelt tributes to Papoose. The silence was deafening. Then, Papoose posted a cryptic message, "Family is everything," which fans immediately linked to rumors of Remy's growing closeness with battle rapper Eazy the Block Captain. The internet erupted with speculation, with some fans accusing Remy of betraying the man who had stood by her through everything. The drama exploded when Papoose allegedly confronted Eazy at an industry event. Reports claimed the altercation turned physical, with Eazy being knocked out cold. The moment went viral, sparking endless memes and online jokes. Eazy denied being hit but admitted the situation had emotionally drained him, distancing himself from both Papoose and the controversy that followed. Remy's response only fueled the fire. Instead of addressing the rumors or the alleged fight, she simply apologized on Twitter for a cancelled event, a vague gesture that fans immediately connected to the chaos. Later, she told followers to ignore the drama involving her and Eazy, but by then, curiosity had already reached fever pitch. Meanwhile, Papoose's unusual silence, especially for someone who once defended Remy with passion, only made things seem more suspicious. That silence spoke volumes. It felt like the foundation of their once unbreakable marriage had started to crumble, leaving fans wondering if the love story that once represented loyalty and perseverance could survive the storm. As weeks passed, whispers of betrayal grew louder. Reports surfaced that Remy had blocked Papoose amid accusations of cheating, pushing their fragile relationship back into the public spotlight. In the unforgiving world of hip-hop, where rumors spread faster than truth, the story snowballed into one of the most talked-about relationship breakdowns in recent memory. The situation boiled over during a heated confrontation between Remy and Eazy the Block Captain, where voices were raised, tempers flared, and Eazy allegedly made explosive claims that stunned everyone in the room. He insinuated that Remy had been unfaithful to Papoose, a claim that insiders hinted had circulated behind the scenes for months. What had once been quiet speculation now burst into the open, loud, public, and impossible to ignore. The crowd's reaction was immediate: shock, disbelief, and a storm of social media commentary. Fans dissected every look, every line, every post. The accusation didn't sound like gossip, it sounded like confirmation from someone who had been in the middle of it all. With old rumors resurfacing, fan theories spinning, and social media feeding the chaos, the tension became electric. Then, as if the saga couldn't get any more intense, Claressa Shields entered the picture. What began as subtle jabs on Instagram soon escalated into open shots between Claressa and Remy, dragging Papoose into a love triangle that dominated headlines. By the time 50 Cent jumped in with his trademark mix of humor and provocation, the drama had evolved into a full-blown cultural spectacle. His commentary reignited public debate, turning what began as whispers of infidelity into one of the most gripping celebrity sagas in hip-hop today. What started as cryptic posts and subtle shades spiraled into a public showdown involving betrayal, loyalty, and pride, a digital battlefield where every word, every post, and every silence carried meaning. Remy Ma's recent posts revealed a woman determined to stay on her grind, but beneath the confident exterior, there was an unmistakable edge of resentment and vulnerability. Her words carried a mix of pride and pain, echoing undertones of jealousy, betrayal, and exhaustion. Just as the tension reached its peak, 50 Cent stepped into the fray, doing what he does best, blending humor with hard truth. His commentary wasn't random trolling this time, it felt deliberate, as if he was signaling to the entire hip-hop world that the feud had officially gone nuclear. As Remy and Claressa Shields exchanged pointed jabs across social media, one voice remained missing: Papoose's ***. The man once hailed for his loyalty and love stood completely silent. For someone who famously married Remy while she was still behind bars, his silence carried more weight than any clapback could. It was the kind of quiet that spoke volumes, leaving fans guessing, interpreting, and debating what that silence really meant. The public reaction was explosive. Supporters who had once crowned Remy and Papoose the definition of black love began dissecting every post, every lyric, every emoji. What once symbolized loyalty now seemed wrapped in layers of tension, secrecy, and speculation. The feud wasn't just Remy versus Claressa anymore, it had become a three-way narrative involving fan armies, gossip pages, and hip-hop analysts all scrambling to decode the drama. Remy's tone hinted at betrayal and bitterness. Claressa's responses dripped with sarcasm and confidence, while Papoose's restraint became its own form of storytelling, silent, but deafening. When the digital dust started to settle, the outcome was undeniable. Remy's public image took a noticeable hit, Claressa's spotlight burned brighter than ever, though polarizing, and Papoose emerged as the reluctant symbol of heartbreak, patience, and endurance. As for 50 Cent, he didn't just comment, he amplified. His posts turned the feud into front-page entertainment, blurring the line between reality and spectacle. He reminded everyone of one brutal truth: in the hip-hop world, nothing stays private for long. Every cryptic post, every deleted comment, every sly emoji reshaped the narrative. And with 50 Cent still watching from the sidelines, ready to drop another explosive take, the saga is far from over. Whether you side with Remy, Claressa, or Papoose, one thing's clear: this story isn't just about love gone wrong, it's about fame, pride, and the cost of living life under a microscope.